welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan and I am here today with the beautiful Julia from Julia Sapphire. So,
hello.
Yeah. We're filming with her background in her lovely home, so that is why, you know, you don't recognize this. I don't have shelves this beautiful. So today we're actually going to be talking about tropes, which, as you know, I do a lot on my channel. And I'm just gonna ask some kind of general questions, and we're just gonna have a sort of discussion about tropes and, you know, some of our favorites, some of our least favorites. I have my questions here. So question number one is, what is one of your favorite plot tropes and why?
I just know of ones I hate.
Okay. Alright, well, we can start there. What is one of your least favorite plot tropes and why?
Well, it's actually kind of like a plot twist. Like, it's a plot twist at the end. It's for mostly contemporary. It's like when the book ends in pregnancy. I don't know if you've seen that before. But the same author always does it. And she always does it at the end.
Oh.
And it's like this big twist. It's like, oh my god, now I'm pregnant. Book ends.
Book ends. That is like the lamest.
But she's done it like 20 times. Like, I've seen it in like 3 of her books, I think. And then people are like, I love her twists. I'm like, but
it's the same.
But it's a pregnancy.
But you know.
I don't really care about the pregnancy.
Okay, well, riffing off of that, I would say just any sort of, like, cop-out ending. I'm gonna... Spoiler. Queen of the Tearling. Great series. Great series. Gosh darn. The 3rd book ends so horribly. It, like, ruins the entire thing. Because it's like, how's the author gonna work her way out of this one? And then it's basically just, like, the equivalent of, it was all a dream.
They really did that in the book?
It's not, it's all a dream, but it literally, they go to like a different dimension and everything is like this utopia. And it's like, what? The world is just such a mess that they're like, the author's like, I can't fix this. I can't fix this. So they just go to an alternate dimension. No one remembers anything, but they all live there and it's a utopia. Okay. Thanks. Awesome, you did a great job. Really wraps it up nicely for me. Let's move on to question number 2. What is a trope that you would no longer like to see in books and why? This kind of goes along with what we just...
But I think most tropes can be done well.
Most
can be done well. Because, like, I'm not a big fan of love triangles, but, like, the one in the Infernal Devices is good, in my opinion. Yeah, no,
like, there are good love triangles. I did a video on love triangles. Plug. Watch it. Like, I realized when making that video that there are actually a lot of good love triangles. Like, if especially like in a kind of historical fiction setting, like those I think work really well. It's modern day love triangles that I have a little bit of a with. But there are definitely love triangles that can be done really well. I think it's like the more kind of like problematic tropes that need to die. Alright, moving on. Question number 3. What is a character trope that you love and why?
I'm kind of a sucker for the bad boy trope. Just a little bit. I do like it. Not in, I don't know if in real life, but like, I like the cocky, arrogant, charming dude like Jace.
If it's done well.
Like Jace.
Oh.
Like he's, yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's a few other guys that have done that. Like, had that trope before.
Oh, I get that. Yeah. If it's done well, like, I am for that trope. There's times when it's, like, a little too much, and you're like, there's actually just no chemistry, he's just being really mean. It's like, I don't ship this. But there are times when, it's just, like, it gets your insides all, like, ooh. Make it work. Like, I love it. The sexual tension is just too much for me. So, name a trope that you like in the horror genre.
I'm, like, trying to think of example, like, I don't know.
Anything that you like with horror. You read Stephen King, thriller. It doesn't need to be horror. I always love to see, I don't know why, I'm a sucker for like the idiot who dies first. I don't know why, I just love that character usually, because they're usually like kind of funny, and it's, you know, they're always kind of dumb.
First to go.
Usually it's not the jock, because the jock survives a little bit longer, but like the kind of like funny, quirky one always dies first, and I'm like, okay, I'm for it.
But No, in movies though, like, you know how there's that whole like thing where, you know, they hear a sound in the basement. Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna go down there.
Oh my god, I hate that so much.
But like, if that didn't happen though, then the movie wouldn't happen.
I know, I get that.
But like, part of me is like,
that's so dumb.
If you see an abandoned house and like you hear shit in it, and you have nothing on you that you could use in case there's a human or something else there. Yeah. Like, I don't know, a knife. I don't know who carries around knives, but not my point.
Like, literally just bring anything with you.
Pepper spray. I actually think pepper spray's illegal. Probably should cut that out of the video.
Do not bring pepper spray. But no, I mean, yeah, it's important for the plot.
That has to happen, but like, like, why?
Why? Okay, what about contemporary? What is a trope that you like in contemporary? We kind of talked about this already, but is there anything else?
I just like the bad boy trope.
That's it. That is why I read contemporary novels. Just for the bad boys.
Well, like, I love coming of age stories, so like there's always, I don't know, I love the sad backstory. That sounds so depressing, but like when there's like a nice sad backstory, totally makes sense.
I get that.
Yeah, it just adds an extra layer. So
yeah, I like when they deal with things that are not like commonly part of it. Like, I'm not a huge Sarah Dessen fan, but I loved in Just Listen. I'm not sure if you read that. No. Okay, but like, it's not the focus of the story, but her sister is dealing with anorexia, and it's like a part of the story, and it's a part of her relationship with her sister and her growth and her sister's growth. It's like just a very interesting, I thought it was fairly well done, and I thought that it was like an interesting thing to tackle.
No, I agree. I like dark contemporary more than fluffy.
Yeah.
So like almost everything on my shelves like deals with like agoraphobia, eating disorders, suicide.
Yeah.
Like most of it's dark contemporary.
Yeah.
It's just my thing. I don't know. I like it.
It's a lot more interesting to watch characters deal with things that are hard and grow and learn and develop and stuff, rather than just like, which hot boy will I choose? My life is so hard.
And then there's a girl that's like described so perfectly. She's like, I'm hideous. What is it called? Like the beauty blind?
I don't know. Does it have a name?
Yeah. I think it's like...
That makes sense. Beauty blind makes sense. Blind,
yeah.
That's, Bella Swan. Excuse me while all these paranormal creatures are just lusting for me. I'm so plain with my flowing chestnut hair just glowing and glistening in the sun, and my deep, glowy brown eyes. I don't know, man. But it's like, excuse me, my pale skin. Oh, it's so porcelain. How dare it be so porcelain? Gosh. It's like, have you not read Twilight?
No.
Okay, that's pretty much it. And she's like, I'm so hideous. And there's like vampires and werewolves being like, girl, you're not. And she's like, I'm so ugly. Okay, well, you don't read a lot of fantasy, but are there any fantasy tropes that you like?
The chosen one has to happen for some things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that, but like...
I did a video on The Chosen One. I am for it. Everyone was attacking me. Everyone was like, The Chosen One is so overdone. I'm like, but there's so much to play with. Like... It doesn't need to be done traditionally. Like, it's at a point right now where I think The Chosen One is kind of in a renaissance, you know? Because it's all about the journey rather than the destination usually with The Chosen One. So it becomes like a playing with the journey, and then, or they like play with your expectations, and it ends up being, you know, like, I'm not a fan of the Star Wars prequels, but like with Anakin and stuff where it's like, he's the chosen one. Oh, just kidding. He's actually the like evil lord. Like, you know, I think there's a lot that you can do with it. So I'm with you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
It can be done poorly, but like, it's the same with it's the same with any trope, so. Name one book that was made better by its use of cliches or tropes. Like, very blatant, like, things that you loved, but you're like, that is so cliche.
The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West. I don't know if you've read it, but it's basically like, this girl's tells all her friends that she has this guy, and she's like, I'm gonna bring him to the dance, you'll get to meet him. And then he just dumps her, and she's like, no. I'm like, I can't go to the dance without him, because then they'll think I'm lying, which I don't know why you'd have friends if you think they're lying, but not my point. And then she sees some random guy in the parking lot, she's like, hey, be my date, you're gonna fill in for me. You're gonna be my boyfriend. In love. Yeah, and then he basically, and then he starts calling her to like fill in for him.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and it's stupid, but it was fluffy. Like, I couldn't stop reading it. Like, it was, I liked it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I think I see that. I see that. Yeah. Well, the first book in the Red Rising series is basically the Hunger Games. It basically is. But it just does it better than the Hunger Games, so like I can't fault it that much. It's like the Hunger Games in space but better. So I'm like, you know, not the most original. You use all the things, but you do it well, so. Next question that I have is name one book that was made worse by its use of tropes or cliches.
I might get a lot of hate for that.
Oh, me too.
But it's not, I don't know if I necessarily consider it a trope, but like I feel like some books, they're like, we have to put a romance.
Yeah.
Like, we have to. And I'm like, but they have no chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, and they both die at the end. I'm all for male-male romances. Like, they're some of my favorites. I love reading about them. Yeah. But they had no chemistry. It just didn't need to happen. Yeah. And that's what the whole book was based around, is like, they're both gonna die that day, so like, they'll hang out. But like, I felt like their friendship was enough. But it's like, no. I'm like, okay. And then everyone's like, 5 stars. Not my thing.
Can name a couple, but well, Frostblood. I made a video just being like, I'm done with YA because of that book. Because I was like, this is every cliche thrown into a novel that could ever possibly be thrown into a novel. It's like, oh, maybe she's gonna turn that on her head. Nope, just kidding. There's a gladiator-style arena that she fights in. Oh, just kidding. That guy that she is brooding and is into her. Oh, he's the prince. Oh my god, who knew? Didn't see that one coming. Oh, there's like a wise mentor dude. Okay, you sure for it. Oh, there's an evil king and empire. Right. It's like literally stop. Like, and like I read the last chapter. I DNF'd it, but I read the last chapter and it just like confirmed everything. It was like, yep, all of the things that they set up is like, maybe she won't do it in a way that, you know, is trash and horrible. She did. Oh, she did. I'm gonna get so much hate, but y'all already know that I don't like this. Red Queen, throw in a glass. Just alright guys, so that is all I have for you today. I got to chat with this lovely lady here, and I will link her channel down below. You need to check her out. She has some really amazing videos. She talks a lot about contemporary novels, and she has a lot of reviews on Stephen King's novels and discussions of just a little. Just a little about
just
that.
The whole shelf.
Just like an entire shelf devoted to King. So if that's something that you might be interested, definitely check her out. She's great. She has a lot of interesting opinions, and you know, she's beautiful. And
why are you so nice?
Because you deserve it.
Oh. Thank you for having me on your channel.
Thank you for having me in your house. We found another video on her channel, so if you want to watch us be awkward for, you know, another little while, then go check that out. I will link that below as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. I love that pillow. I love that pillow so much.
Which pillow? The cat?
Obviously.
Or the Poe pillow? I have a pillow of him too. People get scared of that.
Oh my god.
There's one in the background of my videos and they're like, what is that? It's scaring me.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Julia's channel. That was a
time.
That was a time.
It was a moment.
We lived. We're gonna do a video on her channel as well, so, you know, be sure to check that out if you want to see more of this flaming dumpster fire.
When two awkward people hang out.
Yeah.